Hey, and welcome to another edition of Let's See What Really Happens Over Here. So, stand up. Want to talk about stand up today? Well, yeah. How does stand up not fit in with this advancing through obstacles? Oh my gosh, does it absolutely do? It absolutely does. So, here's how it does. Well, one of my obstacles is actually well, standing up. All right, Doug, hang on that one. I know. I get it. I get it. All right. I'm with you there. But I mean, actually standing up and giving a presentation. Maybe. So I went on to Toastmasters International, which is where I'm at right now. We're going to go take another look at that. And we're going to see if we could find something that has to do with stand up. But all it talks about is stand up comedy, doing stand up comedy. Never too late to do stand up comedy connection. Well, you know what? What do you say we 90 tips to do stand up. Let's take a look at that one. Oh, here we go. Know your material. That's good. Enter contest. Good. Tweet. Let's look for a video. What do you think? We got a little video over here. Let's go for that. Resources, video library, public speaking. Try stand up. So actually, I want to do it. I'm going to give a speech. A club meeting is on Thursday. And nope, that's not happening there. Our club meeting is on Thursday. So on Thursday, let's go here. I'm going to give a presentation. And I want to do it while standing. So let's see if we got anything here that has got to do with it. Knowing your audience, job interviews, gestures, body language, benefits, speak to an audience. Mark Williams. Oh, Mark Williams. Now, there's somebody I actually want to listen to. Creating a positive impact. I don't know if he's gotten on stage or not, on a comedy stage or not. Club officers, world champion of public speaking. Message from Town Hall proposal. Oh, this is going to be something. 90th anniversary. Let's go here. Let's just search comedy. Comedy. Because I went to look and I got nothing. Nothing. So let's just go to something over here. Let's go to, let's see what we got here. Let's see. I want to pick something up over here. That is video. We're going to play a quick video and then I'm going to get myself. Oh, here we go. The humor workshop. All right. Let's see how long of a video that is. And hopefully it's not too long. It's an hour. That's not exactly what we want. Oh, yeah, I gotta find. See, this is what happens when you do stuff on the fly here. Let's go one more, one more shot at this short video, and then we'll get this thing going. Video library. Oh, here we go. This is little tips: visual aids and prop justice body language, presenting an award, introducing speakers, delivering technical briefings. No. Visual aids and props. Let's see if we got some sort of a video on that one. And it does not look that way there either. All right. All right. One more try at this thing, and then let's just kind of go for this whole thing. Delivering sales pitches, introducing speakers. There we go. Let's try introducing speakers. And we'll see if we can find us a short little video in there. And the answer to that is no. So as you can see, today is not exactly the best day when it comes to finding something that we could actually use here on for a quick video. They really should have quick videos. You know what? Maybe we should do quick video. Oh, resources, podcasts. All 29, 30 minutes. Nah, we could do our own podcast. We don't need no sticking podcast for that, right? No, 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 no. We can go here. One more shot. Resources, video library. And let's go here. Public speaking. We're gonna play that for a little bit. Then we'll stand up here and get that going. Make that happen. All right, how we doing out there, Karen? Good to see you. And I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name over there, but who just came on? Let's just see. From here, there you go. Thanks for joining us. Karen will throw you up over there. Hey, thanks for joining us. All good. And let us, we'll do a screen share right now. Share the screen. Let's go over to Chrome, Toastmasters International here, introducing the video. Share that. And let's play this a little bit.
For the question, on a scale from 1 to 5, how would you rate your fear of public speaking? I'm seeing lots of great answers come in. We're going to go ahead and end that poll so that we can look at the results together. Thank you, everyone, for sharing your answers. We're going to go ahead and share that with you so that we can look at this together. And as you can see, we have many people on today's webinar who are maybe a little scared of public speaking or quite a bit scared of public speaking. So the good news is that you're not alone and you have come to the right place. So thank you for joining us today. And with that, it is my pleasure to introduce today's moderator, Tammy Miller. Tammy is in the business of changing lives. A longtime member and leader in Toastmasters International, she is the president and CEO of Tammy Speaks and Tammy Miller Auctions. She works as an auctioneer, author, and speech coach. As a professional speaker, her topics include communication skills, motivation, leadership, humor, and healing. As a speech coach, she has helped leaders from all walks of life become better communicators. Her company, Tammy Miller Auctions, provides local and global auction services specializing in real estate and fundraising auctions. An adjunct professor at Penn State University in Pennsylvania, United States, Tammy teaches presentation and communication skills. She is the author of 4 books and is a contributing columnist to national and international
All right, I hate to
publications.
slow you down there.
Thank you, Tammy, for being with
Toastmaster
us.
crowd. Let us remove that. Let's stop Toastmasters. We're done over there. All right. Karen will take you off screen there, so that's good. All right, we'll go. We're going to figure out how to do this thing a little bit more fluidly, but obviously this works. We'll change it up a little bit. So can I give a stand-up speech? The answer is yes. Here's one thing I picked up from StreamYard is that I could flip onto two different two different cameras as that goes. So I could use 2 different cameras. I could use the computer camera than this. So I could set it up in 2 different ways. Now that would be pretty darn exciting to go and do. That would be pretty exciting to go and do. So we can make it work that way. This is the beauty of working from home too. You get all these phone calls that'll come through all at the same time. So I could use one camera to the other. Then that would be the sit down, then play a short introductory video. Today our speaker is going to be, and then boom, I could stand up and deliver this thing. How would that work? Well, we're going to test. We're actually testing it out right here, and I really want to thank you for being part of this whole thing. And that's how we can make it happen. Now, here's one thing I did learn in Toastmasters, and I'm glad that video just played itself like that. Introducing Tammy Miller. Actually, I know Tammy Miller. I met her at one of our Toastmaster conferences. She's a fascinating woman. She's not just a bio. That woman read her bio. But she's a fascinating woman. Now, if you want to become a fascinating speaker, or if you want to learn fascinating tidbits from somebody who is fascinating, don't you want to be inspired by the person that's doing that intro for you? Absolutely. Absolutely. Back in 2009, yeah, okay, it was a long time ago, but so be it, it just was. But I had the opportunity given the opportunity, oh, I was tapped on the shoulder to give this opportunity. It's like, hey, Ryan, how would you like to run the 2009 District 46 Toastmasters Conference? And I'm thinking to myself, no, no, I don't know anything about running a conference. I don't know anything about the organizational needs of something like that, let alone it's a big deal. We're talking 175, 200 people attending that thing. I just like attending it. I mean, I just joined Toastmasters because I just want to become a better speaker, stronger leader. I want to become a little bit more demonstrative on stage, not just stand there and read off the schedule of events. What the heck am I doing being asked to run a conference? Well, I was inspired by the speaker that they gave this story about, we're boats. Imagine yourself as a boat, whereas you're in the water and you see what's in front of you. You see the things that you impact in front of you. Maybe you see the things behind you, but you don't know the vast people. The greater majority of people you impact are probably those behind you that you never see. They're back there. They're back there. The folks that you impact in a manner that you have no idea are behind you, just like the wake of a boat. And I'm thinking, that's a great speech. So here I am, sitting there. I got, oh man, I don't know how to run a conference. I just want to be a speaker, not, some event planner. And then I got, well, you're a boat. You impact people. And that debate went on for a couple of days. I really had to give this one some thought as to what to do. I did it. I accepted the role of conference chair, and there were so many things I learned about that. Time management, planning, not starting out at ground level, but starting out with some knowledge of everything. But there was a few things that I never, ever, ever expected to walk away with at that conference, which has impacted me forever. And I really do hope that it impacts you. Yeah, you, the people in front of me. And maybe the folks that are going to watch this video that I'll never meet. But there was something I learned at that conference that is so unbelievably important. And it is something that you should take note of, especially if you are the one that gets tapped on the shoulder to go and introduce a speaker at an event, especially if it's you that's in a business seating and you are the one that starts that meeting off and just make sure that everybody has everything that they need, whether notepads if you're meeting in person or proper Zoom connection or whatever system you're using if you are going to be meeting outside of an in-person event, but something online, especially you if you have a trade show booth, especially you if you're at a networking event and you're the one bringing the next person up, especially you if you are going to be introducing your referral partner, your business partner, your person, a company that you think may make sense for somebody else. If you are doing that introduction there, here's the big takeaway that I learned from that conference that I think you should put in place. And that is the word excitement. Excitement. What's in it for me? Another more common phrase, the what's in it for me thing. Not me, you. What's in it for you, the audience? What's in it for you, the person that you're introducing the person to? What's in it for the folks that are in that business meeting, that in-person meeting? What is in it for the people that are on an online meeting? What is in it for that audience? So granted, when that woman introduced Tammy Miller and spoke about all of her credentials, that's great. That gives Tammy the credibility to monitor, to facilitate that program that we were going to listen to some of it for. Didn't. It's on the Toastmasters International website. You could listen to the whole thing and you could get Tammy's story. But what I think that woman should have done, which is what was told to me when I introduced somebody at that thing at the conference. So we had one of our speakers that was there, Craig Valentine was the person that was giving our keynote presentation. You may know Craig, you may not know Craig. If you're in the Toastmaster world, you know Craig. Craig is one of the world champions of public speaking inside of Toastmasters. Toastmasters does a contest once a year, and one person will win that international speech contest. They compete against every person that wants to compete throughout the entire world inside of Toastmasters. And Toastmasters population is over 200,000 people. Potentially over 200,000 people could have competed in this contest that Craig won. I had to introduce him. What was I going to say? Craig Valentine, he's an author, he's a public speaker, he motivates audiences, he is a world champion of public speaking. I could have sat there and I could have read the piece of paper off, checked all the boxes. Today's speaker is Craig Valentine. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure I introduce you to Craig Valentine. Hey, Craig, and then Craig takes the stage. Did you just fall asleep? I know I probably did, and would have if I wasn't standing up now. Who cares? Who cares that he wrote the book? Who cares that he's the world champion of public speaking? Who cares that he speaks in front of business groups? Some of you might, some of you not, establishes that, but you're in that audience, not because you book speakers that present in front of business audiences, because if you were somebody, if this was an audience of people that were booking speakers, then yeah, absolutely. Hey, Craig's an author. He's got that under his belt. He's a professional speaker. He's spoken at XYZ organizations. All good. That's great. If this was a writing group, I probably would have really highlighted the fact that, hey, Craig has written a couple of books. He's taking his communication skills from a verbal word and made it into a written word. Today, he's going to show you how to do that. That wasn't the audience there either. The audience that I had was the Toastmasters audience. So what did I do? Well, first time out of the box, I did what many people do. I was like, oh my, how in the world am I going to stand in front of this group of people, which wound up being well over 200 people. We had great success at that conference also. But how am I supposed to stand in front of something like 200 people, announce the fact that Craig Valentine is here, and I don't know Craig from a hole in the wall? And what am I going to tell him? The bio that Craig gave me? So I called. I made a call. I called up one of his friends. I called up Darren LaCroix. Darren happens to be another winner of the world of the international speech contest. And I said, Darren, hey, look, man, I really appreciate your help over here. This is the reason for the phone call. I'm conference chair. It's great. I'm excited about it. I got an opportunity to introduce Craig Valentine. What would you say? Yeah, that was the response I got back. His comment to me was, Brian, what would I say? Who is introducing him? Well, I am. And why are you asking me what I would say? Well, because you're a professional speaker, you know Craig, you know, world champion. So I kind of knew I was in trouble at that point in time. He said, well, if I was introducing him, there were certain things that I would say, but I'm not introducing him. You are. And I'm thinking, oh, thanks, man. And I hung up the phone. And I thought about that. I'm introducing Craig. Why was I excited about Craig? I was part of the team that invited him and, you know, was able to, you know, I knew that he was going to be speaking. I was excited about him speaking. Why was I excited about him speaking? And that was my introductory speech. I wasn't excited about the fact that he had the books. I wasn't excited about the fact necessarily, you know, that he was a professional speaker. I wasn't even that excited about the fact that he had won the international speech contest. But I knew why I was excited, and I, assuming I'm typical, we could save those comments. I see there's no comments over there. Hey, Mike, thanks for joining us. But assuming I'm a typical Toastmaster, and I'm in that room and I'm attending this thing, and those folks that attended the conference, not everybody, you didn't have to attend that speech. Those were folks that wanted to attend that speech. But I'm assuming that they are of the same mindset that I have. And if that is the case, then I really should be sharing why I am excited about Craig's presentation. And that becomes the intro. So when you are introducing somebody in a business environment, at a networking meeting, at your local, whatever religious group you belong to, Chamber of Commerce meeting, you're introducing your spouse to somebody, whatever. You're introducing your best friend to somebody, whatever it might be, your referral, whatever. It has to be somewhat exciting for that person that you're introducing them to needs to somehow be excited about meeting that person. You have to find the common thread. When you find that common thread, now you become an unbelievable referral partner. You become a great conversation starter. You become someone that helps to break the ice. Sometimes you go to an event and you know nobody, not a soul. But then you meet one person that you do know. Or if you're really out there professionally networking, you meet the person that's running the event and say, look, this is my first time over there. I was wondering if you could help introduce me to a couple of people. Now, that person is going to be interested in doing that, or they'll give you to somebody else, some ambassador for the group, and they'll introduce you around. You need to give that person what it is that you're there for, what it is that you have that talent in, whatever it might be that you're promoting, that you're talking about. And then that person, that ambassador, we'll call that person the ambassador. If they could take whatever piece of information they know about you and match it up with some interest that they know from the person they're going to introduce you to, that's great. That's the excitement we're talking about. Because when you do that, now all of a sudden that ambassador can get out of that conversation. And it's me as somebody who's introducing somebody, yeah, I'm getting out of that conversation. I stand up at the podium, the lectern, I give the introduction, and then I'm out of there. Then it's Craig's time. It's the same thing when it comes to referral partner. Find that connection, find that something where you could address the what's in it for me issue, where you can give the person that you're introducing, not the person you're introducing, the one that you're speaking to, give them something that they could use, that they could do a follow-up question with, and now, boom, you're a conversation starter. You got that going. In the case of Craig, obviously it wasn't a conversation that I was looking to start. What I wanted to do, what I needed to do, my role, your role, if you decide to take on that responsibility, and you are going to be the one who makes an introduction at a conference for a speech, here's your role. Couple of things. One, learn this from comedy too. Keith, my man, he was like, Brian, I want you to go up there first. All right, you're doing the introductions. You're going up there first. What's the first thing you need to do? First thing you need to do, you need to become, well, as Keith put it, you need to become fodder. He said, I don't care what you, this is a comedy thing, right? Because I don't care what you say. You could say anything. Nothing doesn't make a difference. Here's your goal. Your goal is to get the audience to look your way. You want to get the audience's attention. Now, all right, kids, he's kind of being a little cute about that whole thing, but I don't think he was really wrong either, because they didn't hear the first couple of minutes, whatever I was talking about. Nobody heard anything because the music's still going. We had to turn that down. Had to get the people to stop the conversations going this way. Same thing at a conference. You're going to get the lights turned down a little bit. You're going to get the people paying attention. You're going to get those in the audience that are a little slow to stop talking. That's the first thing. Second thing you're going to do, you're going to make it very clear to them as to what they're going to get out of that speech from the presentation. That's right. You're going to make it really clear. Now, you better know what that speaker is going to be speaking about. You have to know that. You'll have their bio, great, but you have to know what the goal of that person's presentation actually is. Now, You get to translate it. You're not giving away you're not giving away the farm over here. You're not giving away all the how-tos or anything like that. But you're going to use that information in order to get your audience excited, very much excited about listening to the presentation that your keynote speaker is about to deliver. And that's it. And you know how long you stay up there for that intro when you're going to be bringing up that speaker? As long as you need to in order to get the audience's attention. And once you have them all in the palm of your hand, but once you have all of their attention, once they are now focused on you on the front of that stage, then you can hand the microphone off, the lectern off, the video off to your speaker. Not longer than that, because now all of a sudden you're giving a speech. But if you give half an audience over to your speaker, now your speaker has to focus on getting everybody else's attention. It's not their role, it's yours. Don't take it lightly. Don't be terribly serious about it either, because you want to bring that audience in and then let the speaker run with it and make the whole thing happen. So when I gave that presentation for Craig, bringing him up on stage, I addressed that audience. Man, I was super stoked. I was ready to go. I was really excited about the whole thing. So you know what I told him? So ladies and gentlemen, I am really excited to be bringing our speaker up over here. There's so many different reasons, but here's the key. Here's the key to the whole thing. Yes, he's written those books. He's an author. That's great. He is a professional speaker. He goes out, he speaks to business environments and also organizations such as Toastmasters, like the one that we're out over here. He has learned his skills in so many different ways, and he's going to share them with you. But here's the big thing. Here's what's really important. And here's something that you really should think about, is that you have the capability of doing the same thing. See, Craig started out becoming a better speaker, with the idea of becoming a stronger leader. Now look at him. Take a look in your own mirror. Where are you? Where are you along your path? You very well may be on the same path at a different stage. But you may very well be on that same path that Craig is on, for you to become an excellent speaker and someone who has seen success, as the gentleman that we're going to listen to today. Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Valentine. Boom. It's just that easy. Yeah. And it's that much fun, because here's the really final thing that will get you so excited, and it's going to have you dancing off that stage, is because that speaker is going to take the stage and he's going to jump on that stage. He's going to come over to you, outstretched arm or elbow, whatever we're going to wind up doing when we get back to this in-person thing. But the one thing that's going to certainly be there is one big, huge smile. And that's a big smile from your speaker. That is a big smile from the speaker that you had some part of when it came to choosing your keynote speaker for your event, that you had some part of bringing that person up for the business meeting that you put together, that half the people are like, oh, please, I hope this is not boring. But if you start off that business meeting with a positive note, with excitement from you, it might be a little bit over the top, I get it. But if you do that, you will win that audience over, and you're going to make it so much easier for that speaker to do, even if that speaker is you. And I've done that. I've started off a few speeches, and there was some information I had to give out, a technical speech, had to do in a business environment that was not the greatest of news, but I started off on a positive note. and then the work side of it came down from there. But that's up to you. You set the tone. You could certainly do it. Take the chance. Take the chance and make it happen. You can make that next meeting that you lead to be fantastic. All you need to do is stand up and give a crack at it. What's the worst that can happen? Nothing. People will come over to you. They're going to be so impressed by the fact that you went out of your way to make that meeting the success that it is. That's what it's all about. So remember, do what you do best. Speak well, speak often, and live inspired.